Blaze Power Sports in Tucson, Louisiana. We're going to do a walk around video on a QG214 S2. But this is a 125cc bike without the clutch, but it's a semi-manual, meaning you do shift the gears. The gears are neutral at the top, first, second, third, fourth going down. You just ease off the gas and shift, but there's no clutch lever as you see. Okay, so let's just go through the basics here. This is your front brake here. It has a dual hydraulic brake system, one for the front and one for the rear. And this is your brake pedal for the rear. Okay, it is kickstart. Okay, there's no speed governor, there's no start switch or anything like that. You just make sure you put it in the run position here. This is kill, this is run. This is how you stop the bike after you get running. You want to stop it. Okay, now it holds about a half a gallon of gas. Try to use ethanol free. It's going to go a long way. And over here on this side, you'll see the choke in the fuel switch. The choke is this black lever. Down is off, up is on. Okay, that's off, this is on. Off. This is the fuel switch. There's no reserve, it's either on or off. And here's your inline fuel filter right here. Right here. And this here is your crankcase ventilation tube, allowing the crankcase to vent. And the way the EPA has it, back in 2016, they want all the gases escaping the engine to be burned back off through the carburetor. Okay. Now this is your drain hose for the carburetor. If you ever want to park it for a long time and store it, you turn off the fuel and you go on the other side of the carburetor, and the drain screws at the bottom. And you drain the carburetor. The drain screws right here. You turn that about maybe a turn and a half, and you should be able to drain all the gas out. Okay, changing the oil. They come with a break-in oil. You need to change it after that first day's ride. We use 1540 conventional. Just use conventional oils. Do not use synthetics. And it's going to take 3/4 of a quart of oil. That's all it takes. So you'll change it after the first day's ride, the next 8 hours of riding time, and then 16 hours of riding time, and 25 to 30 thereafter. The drain plug is right here. It's a 17mm drain plug. I got my finger on it right here. Use a socket and a ratchet, take the plug all the way out, drain the oil, put the plug back in, and take your dipstick out right here. You're gonna take your dipstick out, put the oil directly in here, close it back up. You can watch an oil change video I have for ATVs. It's the same for these, same kind of engines. When you check the oil, you're going to screw the dipstick all the way down, and at the little ring on top of the diamonds or X's, it's full. Okay, now let's go over the chain. These are very low maintenance dirt bikes, but you do have to change the oil and lube and adjust the chain from time to time. When you get to over an inch plate, the midway point here, the chain, I'll go on the bottom and check it. It's time to tighten it up. To do that is, you'll loosen up your axle nut here. You don't take it off, just loosen it. And you'll back off your lock nut of this chain adjuster and this one. Then you'll be working with that nut closest to the frame here. You'll get a deep well socket and turn it 180 degrees with a ratchet wrench equally. When you do 180 here, do 180 here. Do not do all one side and then the other, because you'll throw off the wheel. You want to keep the wheel symmetrical. After that, you reverse your procedure. When you get to less than about a ½ inch play in the chain, that's good. You don't want it too tight, you don't want it too loose. You reverse everything. You tighten up your axle and put the lock nuts back on each side. Okay. Well, I like to suggest to use for the chain lube is just the old engine oil. It's been carbonized, it soaks in well, and it really gives a good layer of moisture deep in the rollers and all. I would strongly suggest that. Now, a couple of things you need to check after about your third oil change. Check your brakes back here, make sure they're tight. You're going to have these bolts here. You want to check them because that's where it mounts on the swing arm. And you will get some vibration back here, so you don't want it coming loose. Other things to check are your motor mounts right here, especially the one on the top. Check your motor mounts. And also check your head bolts up here. Your head nuts, you want to take a number 10 wrench, snug them gently, and the 2 exhaust nuts on both sides. And I say snug, don't over torque them, just be gentle with it and do it when the engine is cold. Never do it when the engine is hot or warm. You will definitely easily strip them. Now, to start these, they have to be in neutral, okay? Do not try to start in first gear, it won't happen, okay? So I'm gonna get him to crank it, to kick start it, and I'm gonna take the video and he's gonna take it for a little drive. And the first thing you do is you pick up the kickstand, make sure it's in neutral, and check the kill switch, it's in the run position. Okay. Cold start. She'll back up. All the way up to the top of the check it before you do it. Okay? And then you hit the kill switch and it kills it, and you put the kickstand down. And always mount the bike from the kickstand side and dismount from the kickstand side. Well, we hope to see you here. We have these in stock. We have carried this brand for since 2010, and it's a pretty reliable brand. Don't have a lot of issues with them. We keep various colors in stock, from green, red, blue, and black. And we also have the model that has a clutch. They shift a little bit differently, but this is a good entry-level dirt bike for a teenager or a young adult. Thank you and have a nice day.